Hi everyone and welcome to KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti and we appreciate you being with us today. It is right at noon and of course a very big day for Spokane Public School junior high and high school students just beginning in-person classes after nearly a year of online learning. KREM 2's Joshua Robinson was at North Central High School earlier today. He's telling us more about what's different for students and teachers as they now meet face to face.
Heading into the first bell in nearly a year for high school students here at North Central High School, this area was packed with students that hadn't seen in-person learning in a long time, but it felt like all of that melted away in an instant as students returned with plenty of social distancing and health-based protocols in place. Of course, we had a chance to speak with North Central High School's principal, Steve Fisk, about what went into a huge day for students, staff, and teachers alike.
It felt a little bit like a ghost town, honestly. And it has been like that for quite some time for me personally. And then to feel that life and the love and the care and the passion and just the energy of the kids come back, oh, it's so exciting.
And of course, one of those guidelines is a required health check that must take place at the very latest 30 minutes before anyone can enter the building. And if anyone here has any kind of symptom, they will be asked to stay home from school. Of course, being in the classroom is the big deal today. Keep your eyes on KREM.com and our KREM 2 mobile app as we'll give you all of the latest details today and moving ahead for any returns and any school-related news in our area. For KREM 2 News, I'm Joshua Robinson.
Joshua, thank you. And students in the Central Valley School District also returning for in-person class. Dana Marie McNichol was at Selkirk Middle School earlier. Here's what the school looked like this morning as students were headed back inside.
Students here in the Central Valley School District are now going to in-person learning 2 days a week. Now, before this Monday, students were only in person 1 day a week. So the Central Valley School District is shifting to an A-B schedule. Now, the Spokane School District does have a school district-wide schedule, but here at the Central Valley, principals can create their own schedule. At Selkirk Middle School, students arrived here around 8:30 this morning, and they're shifting to classes 2 days a week, a cohort. Monday and Thursday, the other group will be going to school Tuesday and Friday. Now, Wednesday is online for everybody. All Central Valley District parents will be contacted directly from the school to pick up their child if they're exhibiting COVID-19 symptoms. Parents will also be notified when a student in their class has COVID symptoms and is being tested. They will also be notified if their child has been in close contact with a student who has COVID or is being tested. Those students will then ask to quarantine at home if necessary. Now, I did speak with the Director of Communications of the school about the reactions of students being back in the classroom.
They are very excited. They miss their friends, and that's probably the most exciting part, is to have that social connection. I think all of us miss that, and really that's the best part, and that's what they look forward to.
Reporting in Spokane, I'm Dana Marie McNichol.
Dana Marie, we appreciate the update. Of course, Jeremy, wow. It looks like I'm
Hi, Laura. Hi.
It looks a little, I like it though. It looks like I'm kind of, yes. Yes, you can pat my head without me fighting back. I like that. Hey, Jeremy, it is, usually you're outside and I'm always like, oh, it's so cold, but today is beautiful for kids back in school especially.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, earlier this morning I said kids are notorious for saying, I'm not cold, I'm not cold. And today I'm actually standing out here, suit, no coat, and I'm fine. In the sun, I'm nice. If I step right here into the shade where I don't have the sun shining on my back, it is quite a bit colder. And it's that time of year where we start to get to the point where in the shade, it is much colder than it is there in the sunshine. But early on today, temperatures are already climbing. We're up to 46 degrees already. That's just 4 degrees away from where I have to drop the top on my convertible because last week I said I would. And there we are, 2 degrees away from that point in Coeur d'Alene, so it's 48 there, 45 up in Sandpoint, and 50 in Moses Lake. And we're talking warm temperatures lasting all week. Right now, we don't have much going on in the way of cloud cover, but we are expecting that cloud cover to kind of linger. And if you look around, you can see some clouds. And that's going to be the case throughout the week. We've got a dirty ridge of high pressure today. Tomorrow, more zonal flow in the upper level of the atmosphere. And you're going, what does that mean? Basically for you, it means temperatures are going to trend just slightly cooler and we'll see a few more clouds in the sky. But for today, It's temps climbing up to near 50 degrees this afternoon with plenty of sunshine. So if you can, get out and enjoy it. And Laura, coming up, I'm going to walk you through a very, very warm first week of meteorological spring.
Oh my gosh, thank you very much, Jeremy. Big news in our house as kids are heading off to school and have warm temperatures. All right, 12:06 right now. Taking a look at our top headlines for today. On some of our top stories, investigators are seeking witnesses to a fatal wreck that happened at the Post Falls Walmart. Investigators say a driver hit and killed a 73-year-old man. This was early Saturday, happened in the parking lot. And these are pictures, as you can see, from the scene. Authorities say they talked to the driver but want to hear from other witnesses about what they saw.
The driver of a Dodge pickup was traveling southbound in the parking lot of the Walmart in Post Falls. He made a left-hand turn in front of the grocery section of the Walmart, striking a pedestrian.
Anyone with information, you can call the number. We've posted that on your screen, as you can see there, 208-209-8730. That number will connect you to the Idaho State Police District Office. Police have not made any arrests in this case, and they say it is an ongoing investigation. All right, on a bit of a bright note here, for the first time in nearly a year, fans can take a spin on the downtown carousel, the Loop Carousel in Spokane, opening today under Phase 2 reopening guidelines. It will run from 11 to 6 every day. The ride will cost $3. The Washington State Department of Health says the pandemic has caused a decrease in kids getting their regular vaccinations. Not talking about COVID, but regular vaccinations. Experts say vaccinations are actually down about 20%. The health department compiled data from the start of the pandemic to September of 2020, broken down by groups of kids. 11 and 12 were down, get this, nearly 40%. Teens were from 13 to 17 years old were down 35%. Doctors say it could have consequences coming up in the future.
And we know that these vaccines are just super important to prevent outbreaks like that from happening, so we can prevent serious consequences down the line.
So experts say many people are just fearful about going to a doctor's office during COVID-19. They say call ahead of your time if you're uncomfortable, and you can ask what safety measures are indeed in place to prevent the spread of the virus and get those vaccinations. All right, today the U.S. now has 3 approved COVID-19 vaccines. Speaking of vaccinations, this weekend the Food and Drug Administration approved the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which requires only 1 dose, and it can be also stored at room temperature, as opposed to the others that have to be in a very, very, very deep cool. Leaders hope to deliver 20 million doses to the United States by the end of the month and 100 million doses by the end of summer. This week, the only vaccine appointments at the Spokane Arena, the mass vaccination site, will be for booster shots, so for those second shots. Washington Department of Health leaders are playing catch up. This after winter weather delayed the shipment of vaccines. So if you are looking for another provider to make an appointment for the second dose, you can text the word vaccine to 509-448-2000. Again, that is our text line, and we'll send you information directly to your phone.